Hi, my name is Zisha, and today I'm going to be talking about the best moral lesson I've learned. The best moral lesson I've learned is to learn to let things go. Learning to let things go is not easy. For example, little fights you may have with your friends. You may hold on to that grudge for a long time and not get over it. Today I'm going to talk about a fight that I've experienced with my friend. I've learned this in school because once I had a fight and didn't get over it. After the fight, I held the anger inside of me and didn't talk to my friend. Later that day, it didn't feel good and I apologized to my friend. After I apologized, I realized that only I was angry and she didn't think much of the fight. After I learned this lesson, I have a better friendship. I would teach someone else this lesson because it can not only improve your friendship but also your lifestyle. To summarize, I learned to let things go and think other people should also learn. Because learning to let things go can not also improve your friendship, but also your lifestyle. Thank you for listening to my speech.
There are many life lessons. Hi, my name is Hirose and I'll tell you my best life lesson. My best life lesson is sharing is caring. I learned this lesson when I felt what others felt. For example, one night at school, I went to be my lunch, so I asked someone for something to eat, but he said no. The next day after, someone asked me something to eat, and I remember what it felt like when someone didn't share with me, so I shared with them. From that day on, I learned a lesson that sharing is caring. After I learned this lesson, I changed by sharing more often. For example, when someone asks me for something to eat, I give them whatever they want. Another thing is I feel much better than usual. For example, when I share, it feels very good for me, so I share more often during lunch. Another thing is that I share because when I share, I make and keep friends. For example, when people share, they make and keep friends. Another thing is that it also leads to more happiness in negotiating during working. Also, people who share feel much better. In conclusion, there are many life lessons, but my best life lesson is sharing is caring. Thank you for listening to my speech.
There is many moral lessons in the world. Hi, my name is Lily, and today I'm going to be talking about a moral lesson. The moral lesson is to treat people the way you wanted to be treated. I learned that moral lesson from elementary school when someone was bullying another kid. When the teacher found out, she told her whole class to treat people the way you want to be treated. And after that, after the teacher told that person that moral lesson, the person treated everybody else nicer and with more respect. Before I learned this lesson, I always thought about not getting myself into trouble, but after I learned this lesson, I started treating others with more kindness, because that's treating people the way you want to be treated. And I think that people should learn this lesson because most people only think about themselves. And after they learn this lesson, they'll know that if you treat others nicely, they'll give the kindness back. And if you don't treat them nicely, they will go against you. In conclusion, most people treat others unkindly because it's easier to just yell at them than to calm down when you're mad. And I think that's to treat people the way you want to be treated. Thank you for listening to the speech.
Hello, my name is Alan. Has anybody ever told you something negative that you didn't like? Well, if someone has, today I'm going to teach you a moral lesson that I learned. It is to ignore what other people think. How did I learn this lesson? Well, at first, I never heard of this lesson. When I went in school, my teachers told me how ignoring somebody could actually make them leave you alone. How did this make me happy? Well, when I ignore someone, they would lose interest and leave me alone so I could play with my friends. Would I teach this to someone? Well, of course, because it could get rid of side effects of getting bullied. For example, it could lead to depression, anxiety, sadness, and loss of joy. In conclusion, I think you should also do the same if you're having the same problem. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Hi, my name is Jin. Today I will be talking about the best moral lesson I have learned. The moral lesson I learned is that share is caring. One day when I was in my 4th grade and I forgot my lunch at home, then one of my best friends saw that and he walked to me and asked, "Did I bring my lunch?" And I said yes. Then yes, but he knows that I forgot my lunch at home and I'm lying to him. And the first thing he did is that he shared his food with me. Then that makes me think sharing is caring. One day when me and my friend are going to the park and he said tomorrow we have to bring $10 and his mom wants him to bring the money and I felt very bad for him. Then I gave him $5 and that makes me think share is caring. Share is caring is good for me because when you forgot something, you can always ask for help or need something. Thank you for listening to my speech.
There are many lessons that I have learned and I learned a specific one. Hi, my name is Yingchun Lin and the lesson I have learned is to think before you speak. This lesson can help change other people's lives and also their feelings as well. I learned this lesson from my 5th grade teacher and I learned it from a book. The book was about a person and a turtle, and the person thought the turtle was ugly because of its shell. But he later realized that the turtle needed it for protection. Before I knew this lesson, I would say very quick things that would hurt other people's feelings. For example, like, you're very bad at this, or that you're not good at it as well. Now I speak in a more kind and more mature way of talking. I would teach this lesson to somebody else because it would help others teach. It would help teach more people in the process to be, and it would teach all of them to be kind. This will change habits and their behavior at the same time. I learned many lessons and I learned this specific one that helps me in my life. To conclude, lessons can be in many traits and can change their ways of contacting with other people. What do you think about lessons? Thank you for listening to my speech.
What is the best life lesson I have ever learned? Even though there are many morals, I chose the one that I think has the deepest connection to my life. Hi, my name is Amy, and I think the best life lesson I have ever learned is that revenge is never the right option. In this speech, I'll be talking about how I learned this lesson, how I changed after this lesson, and why I would teach this lesson to someone else. Firstly, I would like to talk about how I learned this lesson. I just recently got out of a long-term friendship and some of my accounts got hacked. I immediately thought it was them and I started a plan of revenge to get back at them. However, I soon found out who actually did it and canceled my plan. I was wondering if I should get back at them, but I decided that it wasn't worth my time and I need to move on. Besides, revenge won't make you feel better. You just want to do it because you're hurt by what the person did. But honestly, when you do get your revenge, you're as bad as the person that did hurt you. This is how I learned that revenge is never the correct choice. Now, I would like to talk about how I changed because of this lesson. After I learned this, I'm more calm and relaxed. I'm more careful on who I share my information with and how I handle arguments with my friends. I also notice and control my anger better. Whenever I notice that I'm starting to boil, I take a deep breath and try to figure out what's making me mad. This is how I changed after I learned this lesson. Finally, I'd like to talk about why I would teach this lesson to someone else.
The first reason why I would teach this moral to someone is that I want them to realize that they're just wasting their time. Life is short, so why waste your time on someone who doesn't deserve it anymore? Also, revenge won't change someone's opinion about you. If your ex-friend or partner broke up with you, getting revenge won't want them to get back to you. So what's the point? Moreover, it could backfire on you. If your ex-friend snitches on you, you're in so much trouble. Your parents might get involved and the principal might even suspend you. This is why I would teach this moral to someone else. In conclusion and summarization, the most important life lesson I've ever learned is that revenge is never the right option. In this speech, I talked about how I learned this lesson, how I changed because of this lesson, and why I would teach this lesson to someone else. What's the best moral you have ever learned? Thank you for listening to my speech.
Hi, my name is Ethan, and today I will be talking about the best lesson I have learned. The best lesson I have learned is that sharing is caring. This is the best lesson I have learned because when I share, it makes me feel proud. I first learned this lesson in kindergarten when my classmates were fighting over a colored pencil. My teacher then saw them and tried resolving the situation. After my teacher resolved the situation, she started talking about why sharing is caring. Another place where I learned that sharing is caring is at the park when I saw someone alone on the concrete sitting alone. I invited them to play basketball with me. After I learned this lesson, it changed my life because when I would see someone at the park, I would invite them to play basketball with me. Another reason why it changed my life was that it would make me start sharing with more people, and it will help me get better grades on my behavior for my report card. I could teach someone this lesson by showing them the outcome of what happens if you share. After I show them the outcome, they might want to start sharing because they want to have respect from other people. Another way I can teach someone this moral lesson is that I can show them it could help them gain a lot of respect from people, and it could also help them with their grades. In conclusion, this is the best lesson I have learned. This is the best lesson I have learned because it helped me with my grades, and it could also help you with yours. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Why is sharing important? Do I need to share? There are a lot of questions of why sharing is caring. And today I will just be talking just that. Hi, my name is Eric. And today I'll be talking about why sharing is caring. I learned this, that sharing is caring is important is because when my friends shared with me. After they shared with me, I felt I should share with other people. It just makes it rude if I don't share with other people that are in desperate of need. After learning this, I cared more about how I should act and how I should share with other people. Sharing can also change other people's perspective of sharing. If someone shares to you, you probably will share back. This is how I learned that about why sharing is caring. The way I'll teach someone this is by sharing with them. After sharing with them, they will probably get the point of it. When they get the point of it, they will share back to you, and they might share with someone else. Sharing is a major
role in our human society. If nobody shares, then nobody will care about anybody, and everybody will suffer, and they will not get what they want at that time. In conclusion, I think that the sharing is caring is important is because people is gonna care about other people if they share. What do you think? Do you think sharing is caring? Thank you for listening to my speech.
Hi, my name is Fiona. Today I will be talking about an important moral lesson that I have learned. The moral lesson might also help you in the future since it is more efficient and easier for work in the future. How I learned this lesson is from my 4th grade principal who visited the class and read a book about procrastination. The book talked about how procrastination is caused, how procrastination affects you, and how procrastination is bad for you. After learning that lesson, I learned that procrastination is bad for you, and I started to stop procrastinating. After learning this lesson, I stopped procrastinating and I did my homework as I got it instead of leaving it to the last minute. The reason I would teach someone this lesson is because it is efficient and is faster for work in the future. An example of procrastination is when the teacher hands you homework and you like to kick the can down the road instead of finishing it when you have time to do it. Benefits of not procrastinating are you could not stress about the homework as you finish it, leaving you more time to play and have fun. In conclusion, no procrastination can get you very high and to very high places in life. And not procrastinating is very efficient and helpful. Thank you for listening to my speech.